Alright, so this is a cold call video done by Eric Cline. This is actually 2 cold calls, by the way. The first 10 to 15 minutes of this video is going to be off of my phone, this phone actually. About 10-15 minutes in, I switch it over to screen recording from my laptop. So just bear with me the first 10 to 15 minutes, but I hope you guys get some value out of this. This is actually crazy that I got to upload this and post it to my YouTube, because for the longest time, I would wait for Eric Cline to drop one cold call video so I could watch it 50 times over and over and over again and practice what he says on the phone. So I hope you guys get the same amount of value out of this video that I got from all of his other cold call videos. Make sure to learn to implement what you hear on this cold call, and also pay attention to the nuances. How is he treating these leads? How is he talking to them even though they say they don't want to sell? These are actually 2 unmotivated leads, you could say. But listen to how he handles them and how he keeps them on the phone, and how he's very aware of whether he's wasting his time or not. Okay? Hope you guys get some value out of this. Make sure to hit the like button. Enjoy.
Hey, Winston, this is Eric with Prime Partner Home Buyers. How you doing today, sir?
I'm well.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I was reaching out about 1929 here in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I work with a referral company, Winston, and they said, well, they referred the property over to me, and they said they had talked to you at some point, and you said you were possibly interested in selling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm an acquisition.
Reached out to who?
No. They referred the property over to our office. They said,
Who is they?
yeah, Home Finders Network. They're a referral company. They said at some point they had spoke to you, and they said you were potentially interested in maybe selling.
No, sir, it wasn't me. I have not spoke to anyone.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. And I'm not selling any of my properties.
Oh, you have multiple properties.
Oh, I have several.
I love it. All here in Charlotte?
No, South Carolina, Alabama, Florida,
Alabama's a good market.
Russia. Yeah.
Yeah, what part of Alabama?
Atmore.
Okay. You do anything in Birmingham?
No, don't do anything over in Birmingham.
Huntsville?
I got enough. Nope,
No?
nothing in Huntsville. Just
Yeah.
over in the town of Atmore.
Got it.
In
Okay.
Pensacola, Florida.
Pensacola, yeah. I spent 12 years in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
My wife and I actually have we got a house right on Lake Norman, right outside Charlotte.
Okay, good. I'm down on Lake Wild. You up to where the rich folks are.
I don't know about all that, Winston. Yes.
That's what you are. I'm staying with them where the poor folks are.
Oh boy. What are you in North Carolina full time, or are you kind of splitting it between there, Florida, or?
No, I have the little strip mall here in Charlotte that I work at. We have a trucking company. We do things out of here.
Oh, really?
And I'm just up here, correct. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. You own the trucking company?
Yes, I do.
Like logistics? You go all over, or just local?
Yeah. All over, all up into Canada.
Nice. So you were in it during that COVID wave when you guys were just printing cash.
I don't know about that part, but I was in it during then. Yes, I was. Been in it for a long time.
From what I hear, COVID did you guys really good.
Well, see what I do. I didn't have a problem at COVID until the end. But no, we kept on moving. We trained people what you have to do for PPE, bought the PPE gears, and
Yeah.
keep it moving. The only ones that caught COVID were the ones that stayed off from work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for real. When they didn't want to be, they would tell me they were scared to catch COVID, but everybody else worked.
Right.
Caught COVID.
Right.
But it stopped when I started hanging around their family and got COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dumbass should have kept working.
I agree. You said it, not me. Yeah. Winston, I know I called you out of the blue. So as far as Canterwood Drive,
Mm-hmm.
well, let me ask you this, because I don't want to waste your time. How many properties do you have here in the Charlotte area?
4.
You have 4. I'm assuming all.
I'm not selling anything though.
You're not selling any of them.
Nothing. No. This dumb man you got up in that office now, I'm keeping my rental properties the way the market is going.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. All right. Well, hey, man, I appreciate your time, Winston. Even if the price was reasonable, we'll buy it as is.
I like residual incomes. I don't never sell. People flip. I just
you buy and hold.
Hold on to I keep my stuff. Matter of fact, the house I bought it in Florida, as I tell everybody, rental properties paid for it. All the remodeling I had to do, it took care of everything. I never come out of pocket nowhere. I like residual income. I don't want that other stuff. And it's just a good thing to have.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine here. I moved from Raleigh, North Carolina to Scottsdale, Arizona about 9 months ago. There's a guy I know named Zach Keats. He said, I bought my first house when I was 19 and I just kept buying. And he's now one of the larger single family residential homeowners in Scotts, the Maricopa County area. And at one point he had over 400 something homes.
Yeah. It works that way.
It works, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Winston, I appreciate it. You've been a pleasure to speak to, even though it was a short conversation. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
You got it, buddy. Bye-bye. So all these leads that I'm calling, FYI, are 6 months or older. But they are shooting back text messages. And his text message, just so everyone knows, said, my home was for sale. It would be on the market, dumbass. But he was a super nice guy.
Super nice.
Yeah, super nice. I'm going to put in the CRM, not interested right now. Or no longer wants to sell.
Hey, Eric.
Go ahead, Shan.
I'm sorry. I was going to ask, would you go and
I can't understand anything she's saying.
Yeah. Shannon, turn your camera off and maybe your connection will be better. Or maybe
I'm going to keep dialing, though, just so we can get through dials. 85.
Shannon, if you can hear me, just put your question in the chat and I'll answer it for you.
Clayton, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hey, Clayton, this is Eric with Prime Partner Home Buyers. How you doing today, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for asking. You're the first person to actually ask me that today. Appreciate that, man.
It's part of being in the customer service industry.
Oh, is that what industry you're in?
Yeah, I'm a residential mortgage banker.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Right on. How long you been doing that?
I do loan. About 5 years. We do loans in all 50 states, and I buy and I finance a lot of real estate.
There you go. How long you been in the real estate game? Just that 5 years as well?
No, it'll be 6 now this year.
Cool. Awesome, man. Are you in? I'm calling about Bent Tree Drive. Are you in Fayetteville as well?
You just missed it. I went in contract yesterday on that.
Damn, Clayton. Well, you said you had a bunch of them, so.
We sold 3 already this year. This is the 4th one I'm selling. I have a 5th one, but I have my friends living in that one, so I wasn't really looking to sell right now.
Well, so why you unloaded quick then? Why?
Give me 1 sec to finish this email.
Yeah, no problem.
Honestly, it was just math. My business really took off this year, and I managed all my properties from across the country myself. And it was like, why am I doing all this work for a couple $100 a month when I could take all this money and time and put into branding, marketing, advertising at my job and make multiple thousands a month? So
yeah,
it just
for
didn't
sure.
make sense anymore.
For sure. So you're not in Fayetteville?
Not anymore. I was stationed there for a couple of years.
Oh, you were in the Army? Right on.
Yeah, still am. I just part-time weekend warrior now.
Cool. We got a guy right now moving. I just left Raleigh, North Carolina 8 months ago. I'm out here in Scottsdale now. And we have a gentleman that's moving here from Houston, Texas. He'll be here tomorrow. He's been in the Army for the last 3.5 years, and he's now, what do they call it? It's the reserves, right? Weekend warrior?
Yeah, reserves are federal orders. National Guard is state orders. Both do the same thing, effectively.
Got it. How long were you at Fort Bragg?
About 3 years.
2 years? Nice.
Yeah, 2 or 3, something like that.
Cool. How do you like where are you from, North Carolina, or no?
I'm in California.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Born and raised.
Right on, man. One of my best friends, Tony, is he spent 15 years in San Diego.
Nice.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you in Cali?
We're like Sacramento, Stockton, Central Valley, wine country.
Stockton, California. Nick Diaz, the Stockton Slap.
Yeah, I see him at the gym all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Oh, that's
He's a good dude. He's a good dude now.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be a little fanboy if I saw him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Right on. So, all right, let me see here. So I called on Bent Tree. You said that's gone.
Oh, wait. Bantry. Damn, I haven't owned that in a minute. I sold that one last year.
Damn. Well, I'm really late to that party. Hold on.
You were calling about Van Grayson. That one just sold, or just went contract today or yesterday.
Who do you sell that with?
You mean with an agent?
Yeah. Did you sell it to a conventional buyer? Who's buying that one?
Yeah. Bentry was bought by some investment firm out of New York.
Okay.
And then and then I sold I had 2 properties next door to each other on Camden Road. I sold those to conventional buyers.
Okay.
And then I have, this one's a VA buyer for Van Grayson.
Okay. Awesome. And then you said you got the last Mohican. What is that one?
6859 Timbercroft Lane.
Timbercroft?
In that house. Yeah.
CROFT?
First house. Yep.
Okay. 6859 Timbercroft Street?
Lane.
Or Lane, sorry.
I think that's the address. I used to live there.
What was that? That used to be your house?
Yeah.
Nice. So how old are you? You sound fairly young.
I'm 30.
30. When did you buy your first house? Dude, my hat's off to you, dude, for buying that many houses in a short. When did you buy your first one?
Bought Timbercroft in 2019. So 6 years ago, so I was 24.
Well, were you just buying a house a year?
I bought all 5 of these in the span of like a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah. And then we bought a luxury Airbnb in Phoenix, and then we bought our primary in California all within the span of about 2 years.
That's where I'm at right. Well, I'm not in Phoenix. I'm in Scottsdale right now.
I got a luxury Airbnb for sale there too, if you want that one.
Where at?
It's off Glendale and 12th Way, so it's about halfway in between downtown Phoenix and Scottsdale.
What's the price? What's the price point on it?
About 900.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask.
I think it's like 885 or something.
Yeah. So my job here is I'm simply an acquisition man. It's Clayton, right? Clayton.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm an acquisition manager, and essentially what I do is I spend my entire day reaching out to people. We work with a referral company, so they will refer properties over to us. So they spoke with you at some point. I don't know exactly when, and this would have been on Brent Tree, so obviously it was a while ago.
Yeah, those guys, I get a lot of these calls, and I'm always happy to take them and give info, and it's like no one ever actually reaches back out and gets the data. And like you said, by the time you do, you're about 8 months too late. So.
Yeah, for sure. That's the hardest part about my job is all the calls you got prior to this. So really what it is, Clayton, is I understand you got some friends in there, but I think it's still worth entertaining the conversation of, I'll ask you some questions on the property. I have it pulled up here in front of me right now, Timbercroft, and I'll submit the information to my underwriters. And then essentially what they will do is one of two things. Literally by the end of this phone call will happen. They'll say, yes, we're interested in this property as is. Here's what we're willing to pay. Potential. They'll even maybe take it tenant occupied. I can't say yes or no to that just because I don't call the shots here. Or they'll say, you know what? This isn't something that we're interested in. It doesn't meet our buy box, and here's the reason why, and we'll part ways as friends. But I mean, if you've unloaded everything outside of Timbercroft, and the only reason you're saying no is because there's a friend in there, maybe
well, there's two reasons. One, I have 2 years left on the loan where I have a substantial prepayment penalty, so the timing's pretty good because they'll probably kick out of there in about 2 years when they get restationed. And then I'll have no prepayment penalty on my loan. So I'm more inclined to sell in 2 years because I'm not in a rush. They pay above market rent because they split it between the two of them. Mm-hmm. And so I'm getting good rents on it, and they're super low maintenance tenants. So
what's your prepayment penalty?
I believe it's 5% of the loan balance, so it's $160K loan amount, I think. So, $8,000.
Yeah, what do we make that up though in the damn? And as well, let's think about this. We're talking 2 years. Do you own the mortgage company that you have, or you work for somebody?
It's kind of like a franchise, I guess. So
yeah.
I run and manage and advertise and run my own branch. I have full leeway to hire and fire as I deem, advertise as I want within compliance and all this stuff, but I don't own the company.
Yeah. There's a guy out,
large corporation.
Yeah, there's a guy I know out here in Scottsdale. I've recently met him, Amir. He owns same thing. There's a bigger company.
Amir Syed.
Hold on.
That's why ED.
Damn. Now you're questioning whether or not. Hold on. Say the last name.
Syed, SYED.
No. So it's Zandafar.
Oh, different Amir. There's a famous Amir Syed that's a mortgage banker, and he does a lot of online coaching for officers and stuff like that.
Oh, got it. But what I was getting at is, similar, setup to what you have. But he, dude, I think he does like 1.5 million a month, and would have like the fees that you guys get, and he's crushing it out here.
Yeah, I did 6 million in January, 5 million in February, so.
Great.
Pretty good volume.
Yeah, good for you. And he got a lot of so he does a lot of mailers to where he gets inbound phone calls.
Nice.
Yeah. If I link, he actually just acquired the mailing company. So maybe I link the two of you up and see if because he's now offering the mailing service to other mortgage bankers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do no real outbound. I just partner with really good people, and they just send me very good, warm clients.
Cool.
Win-win.
Right on. So let's do because again, I get it. There's the prepayment penalty, but if we can make to where that's really not a big deal for you, and you can take this and dump it into what you're doing, it might be a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen and paper, Clayton? I'll give you all my contact information.
Yep.
The number I'm calling you on right now, is this a office line or a cell phone?
This is my cell phone.
All right, cool. I'm going to also text it over to you. So my first name, Clayton, is Eric, ERIC.
Mm-hmm.
My last name is Cline, CLINE.
Mm-hmm.
And then our phone number is 480-771-2421. Can you repeat the number just so I know you have the number right?
Yeah, 480-771-2421.
Yep, you got it. And then the name of our company is Prime Partner Home Buyers.
I really want to sell my Phoenix one, so I think that's the one that I would sell today.
I'm in I'm not opposed to talking about any of this with you. I'm going to just submit the info to my underwriter so they can at least start pulling it up right now. So let me just touch on Timbercroft. So this one right here. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, one just shy of 1,600 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
1,588, 2009 build. Lots, I'm sure, are all the same in that neighborhood, pretty much.
Brand new roof in the last 2 years.
Okay. And the whole point of you liquidating what you have now is you're just in Cali. You're on the West Coast. These are on the East Coast.
Yeah, I've been managing them from here. It's honestly just an ROI and ROE calculation. Is my equity making me enough money to justify the headache of dealing with tenants? And the answer is no, not anymore.
You got any family in
much more lucrative? No.
No? Got it. Okay.
My best friend from the Army still lives out there. He's my contractor on all these. So
is he? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you staying in the military? Or I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I've got at least 2 or 3 years left.
Okay.
Then I'll probably be done.
Cool. You'll finish it out in Cali though?
Yeah.
All right. And then you sold your first one in North Carolina, last year? So you've sold 4 in the last 12 months?
I've sold 4 in the last 6 months, 7 months.
4 in the last 6 months. Oh, wow.
Well, I don't know if this 4th one's going to sell yet. We just went in contract yesterday.
All right. I would assume in that it's someone in the military buying it.
Yeah, it's a VA home loan.
Yeah, that's what you said. Okay, cool. So I have this one pulled up here. So what I'm looking at right now, and I'm assuming these pictures are fairly recent.
Yeah, we touched up all the paint and some of the flooring, and then I redid the roof since these pictures.
Got it. Okay. So I'm looking at, you got that's a 2-car garage, right?
It's like 2.5. We fit 2 trucks and like 3 motorcycles in there when I was living in there.
Nice. I'm getting
It's
ready.
a big garage.
Getting ready to buy my second quad right now.
There you go.
Yeah. Bought one for my 12-year-old son. I jumped on it, ripped the desert for about 45 minutes, got off, and I said, all right, Dad needs one.
There you go.
Yeah. What kind of motorcycles?
My roommate at the time had a Harley Street Glide, and then I just had a little chopped up Iron 883.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah. What is there, this neighborhood that you're in here, Clayton, is this a high rental area in this little pocket?
You mean high rents or high population?
High population of renters.
Everything in Fayetteville's high population of renters.
Yeah, I know.
It's all military. They're only there for 3 years. None of them want to buy. It's probably 40% renters everywhere, though. It's not just this neighborhood.
Yeah, let me I'm pulling up real quick.
That's the largest military installation in the world by population. So it's all soldiers and nurses.
Yeah, I'm looking at the neighborhood right now. Okay.
My guess is 40%.
What's that?
My guess is 40%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just looking right now in the neighborhood, I mean, there's probably a dozen active rentals right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, walking around the house, is anything wrong with the exterior of the property?
No.
Nothing? Is this on a slab, crawl space?
Fuck, I can't keep them all straight. I don't know. This one might be slab. I honestly don't remember.
All right.
So we need to keep track of slab.
It's a slab. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wood frame, slab foundation, shingle roof, composite shingle.
Wood frame. I can't see around the back. Is the backyard fenced?
Yeah, there's nothing behind the house. It's all forest and machine gun ranges.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, there's a EOD compound right behind the house. So once a month, there's some pretty big explosions out there. It'll shake the house.
That's great.
But there's all kinds of trails and forest behind the house. It has a back gate, so you can go out there, and there's a ton of trails to walk and run as view back there. That was my favorite house in the backyard. I love that house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I felt about my house.
So I know it pretty well.
What's that?
I said I lived there, so I know that house very well. The other ones, some of them I've never even seen before. I bought them and sold them without ever looking at them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me...
Like Bentry. I've never seen that house.
Yeah.
That was my best investment ever, though.
Was it?
Yeah. It was the perfect price, perfect location, great tenants, and I sold it for a huge premium in a matter of like 3 years, and the house cost me, I think, $2,000 to buy it.
Okay. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Great.
Just creative financing. I borrowed $150K from a family member, bought it in cash, did nothing but collect rent for 10 months, cash out refinance, and appraised for way higher. I was able to cash out almost the whole $150K plus interest, and the 12 months of collected rent gave it back to the person. So I made no money for 12 months. And my total out-of-pocket cost was like $2,000 to buy the house.
I had a very similar situation like that in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah, made out like a bandit on a home in Madison. Did a creative. It was a hybrid, subject to and creative, where he held. Are you familiar with subject to?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did a subject to on the note he had, and then he held. I forgot how much. 0 payment, 6 months, no interest. Went in, rehabbed the house, put a short-term, the traveling nurses in it for a while. And then, no payments for 12 months, outside of the mortgage. And then turned around and within a year ended up flipping the house.
Yep.
So obviously the outside of this looks good. Nothing alarming or anything that would need to be fixed like immediately, right, Clayton?
No, there's one issue with one of the sprinkler lines, but I've had it repaired all the way back to the house now because it burst like 2 times in a row whenever it would have like a freezing temperatures. And so I fixed it once with a patch job, and then we fixed it again. I had to go like all the way back to the house, so it should be fine now. Got it.
I'm showing on here, Clayton, 2009. Is this a 1982 or a 2009 bill?
Zillow says 2009, but I have no idea.
Let me just look at one other software real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I believe, let me just check these other houses in the neighborhood. I believe this might be, this is a 1982 build. Every house in this neighborhood is a 79 to an 85 build.
Cool.
Yeah, all right, my bad. Let me just update it on my end real quick. 1982. So I'm getting ready to go on the inside. And again, I'm submitting everything to my underwriters. Before we go inside, obviously, I'm gonna talk about the condition of the inside. Knowing we buy as is, no closing costs that you would pay. No banks involved. Obviously it's a direct seller. We're the buyer. What would you be looking to get out of this, Clayton?
I mean, I know what I can get for it if I were to list it, which is probably $245 right now. But that's kind of why I want to hold it for 2 more years, because I think I'll be able to get close to $260 in the next 2 years and have no prepays, so a net like another $25,000.
Okay. So what's the number if we don't sell in 2 years, then we would do it today?
With my prepay, I don't know. I'd have to check the balance. I don't remember who holds this stuff. I think it's Planet.
I mean, I'm
mortgage logins.
What's that?
Too many mortgage logins. I think Planet Lending is who has this loan. Oops. I gotta reset my login. I don't remember my password. Forgot password. I think I owe like 160, but I could be way off.
Mm-hmm. You sound like me trying to log into something.
This is which? Let's see. This one. This one. And please check your email to reset your password.
As you're doing that,
mm-hmm. And you guys said you're covering all closing costs?
we cover all closing costs. We're going to buy it as is. We would obviously work with you, Clayton, on the time frame, knowing you have friends in there as tenants, just to make sure there's no friction or bad blood there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I have to get it. Let me ask you this, actually. What are they paying for rent? I'm showing when you had it listed for rent. What are they paying?
$1,730 as of this month. Just increased it because they hit 1 year.
$1,730 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're on. You said they just hit a year. So what are they, month to month now?
Yeah.
They are month to month.
But I do want to protect them, so I don't.
No, I know. I'm just.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I'm just simply asking. I'm not.
Damn it! This is the wrong. Login. I love that I spent all this time logging into the what is this thing?
The pictures, Clayton, that I'm seeing on Zillow for the interior, I'm gonna, as you're messing around with your password, I'm gonna ramble some stuff off to you real quick. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it looks like there's hardwood floor. You got the stone fireplace in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in, the floors, are those the originals?
I'm going to be completely honest. I
No
don't
clue.
remember.
Got it. You used to live in this. This used to be your house, though, right?
Yes.
Got it. So when we go into the kitchen, it looks like original countertops, or no, excuse me, original cabinets. They might have. It looks
No,
like,
I think this was updated in the early 2000s.
it looks like they might have put new hardware on it. I don't think they redid the cabinets on that.
That I don't know. I've owned it since 2019, so I haven't done anything other than paint, floor, refinish the flooring,
Yeah.
roof, and then odds and ends.
Yeah, the floors look like they've been refinished. Might have thrown a new countertop on there. It looks like there's a backsplash in the kitchen. Go into the bathroom. Bathroom's original. Might have put new hardware on the sink. Tile. It looks like they laid some brown tile in the bathtub. Everything looks kind of original-ish. Looks like they have the popcorn ceiling still, updated some of the fans and stuff like that. This is what I'm still looking at, right? I mean, today it would still look like this. Carpet in the bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I don't think I'm going to be able to look at my loan balance because I think I need a paper statement to be able to log in.
Here, let me help you out, brother. I can probably see what your mortgage is on this.
I think it's like 165.
Is it Park Place financing?
It was, yeah.
Estimated loan balance. You got a 6.27 on this one?
No.
No, I don't know if this is right then.
It was Park Place, but not 67. It's like 8.25.
That's your interest rate on it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm showing again, this is estimated loan balance. Clayton, and it could be off, up or down by some. 167,000.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Okay. All right.
So 167,000 times 1.05. So about 175K payoff.
Because of the prepayment.
Yeah, I don't know. 240 is only 65K, so it's not super interesting to me because I think I can get maybe 260.
I mean, I'm looking at the neighborhood right now.
I'm saying in 2 years when it's all done and my loan balance is a lot lower and I have no prepay and I've been making rental income.
Yeah.
So,
but if you look at the neighborhood right now, and I'm just showing like what's listed right now, ton of stuff on the market.
Yeah.
The one, and I could even text this, let me just text this link over to you. I'm sure when I go back to my underwriters, they will probably bring this to my attention. I'm going to shoot you a quick text. I did it from my CRM here at my office, Clayton. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this. I'm going to run back to my underwriters real quick, and I'm going to just kind of see where their head's at and see whether or not they're even interested.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just put you on a very quick hold. Like you literally can set the phone down. I'm gonna run back to their office. It's just down the hallway. Bear with me real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, Clayton.
Okay.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
And then I do have to get going because I have like back-to-back meetings.
Yeah, I got you, man. Give me one moment. All right. I've not been paying attention to this chat at all until right now.
Oh, sorry, bud. Well, I put that one in there. I said it was just remodeled. It sold for $248. Like that's the one I wanted you to bring up.
Got it.
6902 Flying Cloud Lane. It's freshly flipped, just sold for $248. So there's no way his is worth that. Like all these that are fresh, fully rehabbed are selling around $250. Rent Ready sold for $214 and was rented at $1,600, which like that's about top dollar for what he's getting for rent, I would say, to an investor.
Mm-hmm.
But with the prepayment penalty, like if that's the biggest pushback, I think locking it up sub 2 with a down payment, if we knew his PITI, we could either, I would say lock it up sub 2 so nobody has to pay the prepayment, and whatever down payment we can come up with that makes sense if we knew his PITI.
Mm-hmm.
Once we know the cash flow, then we know how much we can give down. But our range is still going to be, top of the mark would be 190, maybe 200.
On a what deal?
On really any deal, even the sub 2. I think without a sub 2, it's just not a deal because of the prepayment.
He has an 8-point-something% interest rate.
Which on properties at this price, if the numbers make sense, they make sense. Like it doesn't matter. And this is for the group too. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's a 0% interest or 20% interest. If it cash flows, it cash flows. And you'll come across stuff like this where it's like a high interest rate. You're like, no way can I sub to this. But he's making money on it and he's the one paying the PITI. So at this price range, it still makes sense.
So for a lot of people on here, and again, you may be like, why would I? He's already said he wants top of the market. Some of you are probably thinking right now, Eric, you're wasting your time. Bullshit, I am. I'm not wasting my time at all. This guy, in a matter of 4 months or 6 months, has liquidated 4 properties. Like he's getting rid of all of them. And this is the last of the Mohicans. And even if this does not turn into a deal, it's another rep I have under my belt. I was able to keep this guy on. The house I was calling about, he said he sold it. I simply asked the question, do you have any more properties? Found out he had 5, he's down to 1. And then he also has something out here in Phoenix. And it's like, dude, some people, as soon as he said no, not interested, would have let the guy go. And just burnt the lead. But we're now 35 minutes into a conversation. And even if this doesn't work, he goes, I really like to sell the one in Phoenix. And Tony just said, I got people that buy high luxury Airbnbs. So I'm going to get back on here. My job as a closer or acquisitions manager is all day long, I should be speaking to homeowners. The more conversations I'm having, the more offers I'm going to make, which ultimately turns into more contracts. That's just how this works. There's no secret formula other than I got to do this all day long. All day. And if you're doing it part-time, you got to do it